Welcome everyone to my AMA for September 7, 2023. And this AMA, as I mentioned in the little bit of a pre-talk, our little chat, when I put this out, I never put the field out for questions. So I am question free. This is going to be old school. I'm going to take your questions live. We'll see if I can still do it. So no preparing here. So that's how it's going to go. Hi, Chris. So let's. We were first talking about CarPlay, and then I see Ed has his hand up. So let's finish our talk on CarPlay. So what CarPlay is let me share my screen here. Not that it really matters with this, but what CarPlay is it's a software that the manufacturer, so like Ford, GM, all of them have to put on their car. So even though it's built into the phone, it can't run on its own. You still need to have some kind of interface on the car. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can buy a car that has CarPlay, or you can buy a third-party, like the old car stereos. I used to be a car stereo salesman back in the 80s, Pioneer, Alpine, all that. So they also make a CarPlay receiver. So then what you're able to do is, install a third-party stereo, and then you're able to put CarPlay. And in my case, this is what a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, but this is what some people do. I have a Tesla, and you can buy just like a little module that runs off of Raspberry Pi that allows you to put CarPlay, but it's completely outside of the car itself. It's not like Tesla's endorsing this or anything like that. So if you want to have the CarPlay experience, that's what you need. And the CarPlay experience is really nice. My brother loves it. Because you can use Siri and ask her different questions and get your messages, all that kind of stuff. Has great mapping, but you don't necessarily need CarPlay to listen to music. If you have Bluetooth, you can use your phone and listen to music via your phone and just control it through your phone. Now, you do have to be careful here in Michigan, and I know it's like this in a lot of states. We just passed a law to where you can't use your phone while you are driving. So you do have to be a little careful with that. But you are able to, pair your Bluetooth phone with your car, and then you can listen to music. And that's relatively easy. I'll say it's easy on the iPhone side of it. As we all know, car manufacturers, they're not the greatest UI, user interface designers. They don't hire the best people. So you have to fumble through a bunch of menus and all that with the car. But basically, somewhere in your car, there's going to be somewhere where you can go to settings and Bluetooth, and then there's going to be something that's called pair, and click on that. And then all you have to do on the phone itself, so your car, you have to get your car in pairing mode, and it's going to be somewhere in one of their little quirky interfaces. But on the phone itself, what you'll do is go to Bluetooth in the settings app, and then you're under My Devices, you're going to see your car. So in my case here, I would see the Tesla. And once I connect up to it, my phone will start using my speakers on the car. That's pretty much all there is to it. So Bonnie, back to your question, what you'll need to do is somewhere in your car, and I don't, all cars are different, and they're all not really easy. Somewhere on there's going to be a pairing mode, and then you can pair your phone to your car. And then once you do that, you can listen to music on your phone, and it'll play through your car.
Great, thank you.
All right, Ed, I see your hand up.
Okay.
Hi.
Old school. I have the problem of every once in a while I put my iPhone in my pocket, and often I don't hear that well sometimes. Everybody says it's playing music or it's playing a YouTube or something. Is there any way that we could do something to make it less sensitive so that when you put your phone in the pocket, that if the screen is touched, it's not gonna go on, like accessibilities or something?
That's a good
Does anybody
question.
else have this kind of problem? I mean,
I don't know if there is. Does anyone have any suggestions for that? Have you heard of that, Barry?
And I call it a happy. You have a happy iPhone. What you have.
Yeah, there's a lot of people have that.
Yeah, and I
They
can't.
forget to shut off the screen. That's a big one when they put it in their pocket on their way to the pocket. But it happens even without that.
Right.
But that's why there's butt calls and all that kind of stuff. But the main thing is if you can shut off your screen before you put it down, that's a big help. A lot of people forget to do that.
So just hit that sleep wake button before you put it in the pocket. Try to make a habit of that. Okay.
and I'm trying something to think about going to accessibility, and sometimes it says, you know, if people can't see or touch things, make it that you have to hit it harder, the screen harder or softer or more times.
Well, let's take a look at accessibility on the phone here. We'll take a look. There are a couple things. We'll see if that will work for you. Now that you say that, so when I go to my settings and we go to accessibility, yeah, you can see my phone. So let's see here with. It's not going to be voiceover. It's not going to be Zoom. Display and text size, reduce transparency, nothing there. Motion, I think that's for just motion on the thing, not motion with the phone itself. Touch, haptic touch accommodations. If you have trouble using the touch screen, adjust the following settings to change how the screen will respond to touches. So here's where you may be able to do it. When I turn on touch accommodations, if you have trouble using the touch screen, adjust the following settings to change how the screen will respond to touches. You can triple click the side button at any time to turn this on and off. So, you know, maybe before you put it in your pocket, triple click it to turn it on, and then when you don't want it, because it can get annoying if you don't have this problem. So I'm going to turn it on here. And basically, I think right now what it's telling me is I have to hold it. Yeah, see, I can't even. Can you see what I'm doing here? Let me move my screen so I can see what it's. Did you see that ring that went around when I touched my pointer?
Yep.
So I had to hold it for 0.95 seconds before it would do anything. So we can see that it's grayed out. It's right below a little bit lower than halfway on the left side. So normally what I'm able to do is just grab this thing and go. But you're going to see that it's not moving. This is my finger here, but it's not controlling anything. But if I tap and hold, that little ring there, and now I can move that. So maybe something like that would work.
I'll try that.
Yeah, I'm going to turn on ignore repeat here, and yeah, see, it won't let me tap it. You can see that I'm tapping it, but it's not doing it. But now if I tap and hold for about a second, boom, there it goes. I have to hold it for about a second, and now it's turned off. So that, and to set that, how long that is, oops, that's not what I want. Uh-oh. Now I'm zooming. Let me turn that off. And this is why you might want to, make sure you remember to triple click. So this 0.95 seconds is where you can set how long you have to turn it on and off. So that might work. Try that.
We'll try. I'll let you know.
Okay. Yep. All right. Chris, you're up. Uh-oh, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm working with you with my old MacBook. I mean, I have my new one to my right, my M1 to the right, and I've been keeping my old one, keeping it on Mojave, and I thought I had files in iCloud Drive.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought. And back in June, right before I went to Hawaii, the day before I left for Hawaii to visit my son and family, all of a sudden I got the thing saying, your time machine can't back up, you don't have enough memory.
Okay.
I had too many other things going on, and then since I came back, I had other things going on. And knowing that my M1 works fine. I try to use this one here, like at times I can talk to you and be typing on my other one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. I try to. I mean, it says according to my management, I have a bunch of stuff in, I guess the hard drive, but I thought I had moved it over to iCloud Drive. But I keep having the thing saying on this one, which is my old MacBook, which I have 2 time machines on it. You know, that there's plenty of room for them, but they can't do the backup because I guess there's not enough memory on my old MacBook. How can I? And it also says that you can't use. I just took this picture yesterday. I got it. Says the iCloud Drive will not work properly until you free up some space. Well, I thought, I mean, how do I know that there's stuff that's on just this old MacBook that I can move to iCloud Drive, which would give me space? I'm not trying to use it to save stuff, as I'm using it more so I can use it as, you know, I got 2 screens. There's a screen I could see something going on, but do the other stuff on the other one.
So almost like you want to use it on 2 computers, really. You want to use it as a shared drive.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
You even know more, I guess.
All right. Well, I will go with.
I was going to try to contact you earlier with it. I mean, life's been crazy ever since June. So when you're retired, things don't go easy. I'll just say that.
All
Especially
right.
if you have pets and everything else. So what is it? I mean, I want to use it only for like being able to view stuff, and also I do have one software on it that will only work on Mojave. It won't work on the M1 because But so what can I do? But I don't know if I have music and other things on this that didn't transfer over to the M1. What do I got? Or should I deal with you separately on this?
Well, let's see if we can. I think there's a couple of things that are going on, and what you're doing is kind of combining them when they're really we have to look at it separately. So we'll see if this will help.
Okay, because see, like I sometimes I see underneath the bottom of my documents it shows when I'm on my M1 it shows I'm in iCloud Drive, which is what I want to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think on your time machine backups, you know, it says you're running out of space. It has nothing to do with iCloud Drive. So nothing absolutely.
That's what I figured. I figured that's totally off. That's out.
Totally
of there,
separate. So basically, what you need to do, if you have 2 backups, you know, you could erase one of those backups and reuse that hard drive, or go out and buy another hard drive. You know, I would recommend Western Digital. Just kidding. I know you've had trouble with those. So basically, yeah, your time machine is just getting full. So what you'll need to do is, you know, get a bigger hard drive or something along that line, a newer hard drive. So completely separate from iCloud.
My time machines are all 1 TB. I mean, I've got plenty of room on the time machines for the backup. It says I've got plenty of room that's available for space, which leads me to believe it has to do with the hard drive that's only on the MacBook. So how does that hard drive come
So do you, okay, so
play?
this could be another part. We'll get into the iCloud Drive thing here in a minute. The other thing, what it may be happening is you're running low on space on your computer.
Yeah, that's, I got messages, I took.
Typically for any computer.
It says your disk is full. iCloud Drive will not work properly until you free up some space.
Okay, so is your iCloud Drive full, or is your hard drive full on the computer?
It's the hard drive. That's the
Okay,
thing.
that's the problem.
Because I'm paying for. It shows that my iCloud Drive is free. There's plenty of free space.
Okay, so that's the problem when you run into low space on your hard drive itself, which is what you're doing. That is the problem with it. Is you run into all kinds of quirky problems, and they're random. It sometimes won't even open up an application. Completely random stuff. Typically, what you want to have is 10%. That's what Apple recommends. I think Windows recommends that. I always say if you can keep it at 20%, that's even better. So essentially, what you'll have to do, there's really only one thing to do is move some stuff off of there. And you don't want to move it onto your Time Machine hard drive.
That I know that, but what I'm trying to say though is I thought I had moved my documents and down. I thought I had moved those all over to iCloud Drive.
Well, iCloud Drive still keeps stuff on your hard drive. So.
Oh, that's the issue.
So you don't want to move iCloud Drive stuff over to that second drive. You want to move other stuff. So here's what you can do. What operating system is on that computer?
On the old one, Mojave.
Okay. It works a little bit different on Mojave, but let's see if I can show you where it is or give you there is a tool on the Mac that can help you figure out where all of your stuff is. And basically on Mojave, it's under About This Mac, and I believe there's something that's called storage options.
Right.
And from there, what you're going to be able to do, see in Sonoma, Ventura opens up in the system settings, but basically what you need to do is find where your storage settings are, and then once you do that, you can kind of see how much is on your drive and what is taking up the space. So here I have applications that are taking up 19 gigabytes, and what I can do here is see which ones are taking up all of the space and remove the ones I no longer use, or maybe move them to a second hard drive for archiving, but that'd be one way of getting rid of them. And then you can go to Documents and see what documents you have. You can go, basically kind of go through here and see what is taking up all your space, and then just click on the eye. It might work a little bit different with Mojave, but I think it kind of works the same way. You might have to fumble around just a little bit. But essentially, you're going to get to the point where you can kind of see where everything is or how much space everything is taking. Then what you're able to do is whittle it down a little bit. So with
Okay, but I mean, wouldn't I want all my documents moved over to iCloud Drive?
You would, except that your iCloud Drive, like in my case, my iCloud Drive is 2 terabytes. So if I put 2 terabytes worth of stuff on there, this hard drive has 256 gigabytes. It's just the math won't work. There's got to be some documents on there that you just don't need. The other thing that you can do, make sure that iCloud.
I went through that. I went through the
Optimize. Okay.
Yeah, I did all that.
When you're in iCloud, and let me go to iCloud here, what you are able to do is you're going to see that it has these little clouds here. And basically, some of the folders have the little cloud and some of them don't. What you want to do is make sure that that little cloud is on all of your folders. So what that cloud means is that the actual document is not on your computer. Now, it should do this automatically, but if I go to preview here, these documents, well, there are no documents in there. Let me find.
Okay, so you're saying I want that cloud emblem or icon on all of my files?
On all of your folders. So I'm going to see if I can, and it's easy to turn. So basically what that cloud means is that it is not on your hard drive, it is in iCloud. So if I wanted to open up this Keynote Mac class here, I'd have to download it first. All I do is double click on it and it'll download out automatically. It's in the background, you really don't. But let's say I wanted to remove everything in this PDF viewer. What I do is, well, there's nothing in it. Do I have PDFs in here? All right, so I have PDFs in here. I'm going to download this. So now this PDF is now on my computer. I can open it up even if I'm not on the internet. It's on my computer, and that's taking up space. So what I can do is go to this folder here, and you're going to see Remove Download. When I do that, it doesn't delete the file. What it does is it removes that file from my computer. It's still in cloud, still in iCloud. You can still get at it from your other computers and all that kind of stuff. So essentially, you want to go, like if I go to desktop here, remove download, all these files, let's go ahead and, I don't have any files, but it's a bad example, but basically remove that. So you want to have this in your documents folder and your desktop folder. Those are the two folders that are stored on your Mac. Now here's what you could do, Chris, is not connect your documents and desktop folder to your Mac. You'll still have access to them, but don't let your Mac use them as your desktop and documents. That might be a better solution. So what I mean by that is,
you might be talking Greek to me.
okay,
Maybe
see if I can.
Contact you. Maybe I should contact you. We do this separately, so I don't
Yeah,
take up other
yeah.
people's
I'll show how. But yeah, then I can show you how you do it in a screen share. Yep.
Yeah, we can arrange.
But so for everyone else, basically what we can do in our iCloud here, I'm going to go to iCloud, and under iCloud, we have iCloud show all. iCloud Drive, there it is. iCloud Drive. Under iCloud Drive, what we can do is we can store our desktop and documents folder in iCloud. So every Mac has a desktop folder and it has a documents folder.
Right.
Well, if I turn this off, my desktop on this Mac will not go into iCloud. I can still access my other, this is where it can get a little confusing, I can still access the desktop that's in iCloud because my other Mac is using this option. It has enough space and all that. But it kind of disconnects those. So all those files in your desktop and documents are not going to be on your computer. You're going to still have access to them because you can get to iCloud, but they're not going to take up space on your computer. So it's just not sharing
How do I
it.
know they are all in iCloud Drive?
So, well, first of all, I'd be curious if this is turned on, and I'm going to assume that it is. And really, all you have to do, I'm just turn this off. If you continue, items will be removed from the desktop and the documents folder on this Mac, and they will remain in iCloud. And that's what you want. And
Okay.
then,
So that's okay. So turn off my desktop. And what other folder?
documents, basically, it's one switch. It's two folders, but it's just one switch. So what it'll do is and it tells you what it's doing here. It's going to remove them from your desktop on the Mac. So if I had files on my desktop here, they'd be removed, but it's not going to delete them. It just moves them into the cloud. And
it will do it automatically. Without me telling it to do it.
Yep.
Okay, that's the thing is I'm afraid is if I don't tell it to do it, I'm going to lose them forever. And that's
No, like it here. But if you want to contact me, that's fine. But basically, it says, will be removed, but they will remain. There's the key word. They will remain in iCloud. So.
Okay. All right.
But that's basically, you want to base. That's what I would recommend is just disconnect that altogether. And then if you need to get at them, you can just go to iCloud here, and you're going to see desktop, and that's where everything is going to be. It won't be on your desktop, but it'll be in this desktop folder. So basically, you're going to have two desktop folders, one in iCloud, one on your Mac, and they're completely separate.
Okay. Now, can I go ahead and remove, because it's an older MacBook, and I got Mojave on it, can I remove, if I remove certain of the applications from it, which I don't need because they're on my M1, does that screw up anything?
No. Nope. Not at all.
That
That's another thing I would do is get rid of, if there's applications in here that you don't use, get rid of them. Some of these applications are small, but other ones are, here we got this, look at my Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, something
Not
like
that you
that,
use
yeah.
Final Cut Pro, but, it's
No,
6
but it uses
gigabytes.
a lot. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, get rid of the ones you don't. If you don't use iMovie, get rid of iMovie. You can always download it later again, but it's 4 gigabyte. If you never use it, what's the point of having it? So yeah, absolutely.
Dan, do you use programs like I do? I use Clean My Mac. I find helps clean out some files. Is that something you like, or do you use?
Yeah. So I've talked about Clean My Mac before, and yes, Clean My Mac is one of the. I don't generally like those clean my stuff kind of things because the Mac does pretty good on its own, but Clean My Mac is actually really pretty good, and I subscribe to it, and there is a tool in there that will. So when you delete an app, there's still a lot of preferences and things like that. They generally don't take a lot of space, but there's still preferences and things like that. So what Clean My Mac will do is go and remove all of those associated files as well. It's kind of like an uninstaller that you're, for people that are familiar with Windows, they have an uninstaller. We claim on the Mac we don't need an uninstaller. Well, it's still, there's still files there. So Clean My Mac is the uninstaller for that. So yeah, I do like Clean My Mac.
Okay. Because there's certain things I'm afraid to do because I don't know.
Now, if I, as far as apps go, I have a subscription to Clean My Mac, but when I uninstall something, I will generally just go and throw it away. Typically that's all I do. But yeah.
Okay, like I said, it's only because I'm afraid I'm deleting something that.
No, if you haven't used an app, stay out of the utilities folder, and there's a folder in here called utilities. But obviously, you're not going to want to get rid of the Finder and Mission Control and Launchpad. But there's a few other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Dan, what's the rule of thumb? Is it? I know in Windows you don't want to fill up your hard drive. You want to leave 20% or something.
Same thing. Yep. Same thing.
Yeah, that I knew. It's just like, what can I get rid of that I don't need on this old one, but yet I could use it for Zooms, for this, anything, and certain other stuff. Okay. But you gave me a little bit more confidence. I'll try.
Okay.
But if I cut you with a help, you'll know why.
Okay. All right, Barry.
I have a general question that a lot of my clients ask me. We're going into a new era of phones. And so the question is, what's the best way to take care of your pictures from the phone that exists? Is it as simple as migrating all the information over? Or I always tell them to put it on iCloud, and then you can find them again. The problem sometimes is they have trouble finding them on iCloud. They're not curated the same way on iCloud. It doesn't take one for one exactly the way they see it. It's better than it used to be, but it's not exactly. And so my question is, do you just migrate it over, like take a backup of the whole old phone to a computer and then reload it into a new phone? Is that the best way?
Well, yeah. So there are two camps with that. One is the camp that I'm on. I just upgrade and do exactly what you're talking about. Put it in iCloud, and then the problem with that is what some people say, it's not a clean install, because you could be importing problems and things like that. The other way is to, like you say, put it on a Mac, and you could still make a backup of it, but anytime you import that backup, it runs in, you potentially could be putting problems on your phone. So what they will say is do manual. Let's see if I can do it on here. Nope, my phone's not. Where's my phone? So when you plug in your phone to a Mac, over on the left side here, you can see your phone, and then what you're able to do is import different things and then plug in the new phone, and it's a pain in the butt. I don't like that. I'm with you. Use iCloud Drive, and generally speaking, it should be fine. Now, as far as the pictures are concerned, It should be the same. They should be a mirror image as long as they're using iCloud Drive, or I should say iCloud Photos. Do you know if they're using iCloud
That's the
Photos?
problem. A lot of these folks have really old phones. I want to say iPhone 7s. Some of them just got out of the 6, and they want everything to look exactly the same. And
Right.
it doesn't work that well with old software on it, things like that.
Yeah,
So,
because it's probably updated, and yeah, no, it's not a whole lot you can do with that. I mean, even I think if you did it the long way of importing things manually, you're still going to have that problem because it's a newer version of Photos, and they've just moved things around.
the
So
only thing I
yeah,
can think of is make sure you at least load up your photos to iCloud before you make your change. At
yes,
least they're on iCloud. You can always download them to a phone
yep,
or to a.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
sure.
Hmm.
Thank you. But I'm going, say, from iPhone 12 to an iPhone, what is it going to be, 17, 16, whatever, 15, sorry. The iPhone's going to be 15. That's not a problem. You could do it local backup and,
Yeah,
and start it.
yep, hmm,
Okay,
hmm,
thank you.
yep. Bonnie.
You mentioned that there's a cleanup for the Mac.
Hmm.
Is there such a thing for the phone and the iPad?
No, and there really isn't any need to with the phone and the iPad.
Really?
Apple locks down good and bad. You have your pluses and minuses. I can talk about both of them. I'm not a big fan of Apple locking down the iPhone, but in all honesty, every iPhone there is no virus. And the studies show if anyone that has an Android, there's a virus on it in one form or another, because they're not locked down. Now, Apple could change that, being that some of the laws have changed over in Europe, and I welcome that. And to me, it'd be like maybe put the phone into a pro mode. So for people like me that I think I know what I'm doing, it's my responsibility. Let me do what I want to do with it. I want to install this on it. Just let me do that. I think that would be a welcome thing. But for generally speaking, hold everybody back from doing that, by default, and let me.
Okay.
That I hope that's the way that they're going to go. But the iPhone, basically, short answer is you don't have to worry about it. iPhone and
Okay.
iPad are safe.
I don't know if people want to do this, but every year, maybe like once, I spend a little time and I reformat or redo my phone. 'Cause I have everything backed up in the cloud. It takes about half an hour or so. But when I do that, things seem to run a little bit better.
Right. Yeah. Then that's that old camp. That's the other camp where I was saying, I have my friend over at the school system. That's what he does too, and he swears by it. And maybe it works. I don't know. I don't do it. But no harm done by doing that. There's no harm done, because all you're doing is just restoring a backup. So, all right. Any other questions? Like I say, this is open forum because I didn't put a field in there for questions.
Anything on Tuesday you're going to be looking for at the Apple event?
I am looking forward to the iPhone 15 if the rumors are true. I'm a camera nut. And I would the rumors are it's going to have a 5 to 10 times zoom. And we were talking about this earlier before I started recording, Barry and I. To me, that would be a game changer as far as, the phones are. If it's truly an optical zoom, not the Samsung zoom where they use computational photography and got the 100 times zoom to get on the moon, all that kind of stuff. I am talking that it truly will be an optical zoom. If they can get if they can get a 10 times zoom in that thing, I think it's just as I said earlier, it's another nail in the DSLR camera market. Because the phone already takes great pictures. It's the one thing that's lacking is a proper zoom. So if they can get that done, that'd be awesome. So we'll see in another week or so. It's next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I left my question in chat.
My Mac Photos, and Steve, I did not hear anything. My Mac Photos doesn't have a duplicate tab like your lesson shows. Oh, okay. So what I recently created was on the Mac, and you can do it on the iPad and iPhone as well, a tool or Apple introduced, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, a spot where you could find duplicate photos. So if you have a large photo library, you may want to take a look at this and see if you have any duplicates. Now, what Howard is saying is he can't find this. Probably one of two reasons. The first reason is that you want to make sure that you're using the latest version or latest Mac OS version. Do you know what version you're using, Howard?
It's the second from the newest. My
Okay.
Mac is too old to put the latest one on.
Still, I think that'll be okay. The other one actually
It's
could be
supposed to be there, but
okay. So then the other reason why I may not show is you don't have any duplicates. Do you know if you have some?
I have lots.
Oh, all right. Well, let's do a.
Right on the phone.
Oh yeah, try. So as Barry's saying,
Okay.
it does work on the phone as well. So if you're using iCloud Photos, which I recommend, because it just works really, really well. And when I go to my photos here, and we go to my albums, you're going to see in here duplicates, and there are my same duplicates. So just because your Mac is maybe your Mac is too old, see if they're there on.
Yeah, they're there on the phone. But
Okay,
not on
so
the Mac.
so maybe I guess the Mac maybe it was introduced last year or something, and you just have it too old of an operating system, so that might be it.
Okay.
But this will take care of it
Okay,
there,
thanks.
and you can do it on if you have an iPad. If you need a little bigger device, the iPad has the same tool. As long as you're using the most recent version, you can go to Photos. And there's going to be duplicates, and there it is, and you can merge all those. So, yep.
Okay, thanks.
All right. What else do we have? Anything else? Anything anybody want to bring up? Everyone's
Yeah, I do. I will.
all right. Go for
I
it.
haven't done on my iPhone. I have a 14 Pro. I've got the contacts that are on the cards, and then on the other list. How do I know I'm way past. You can get rid of. You can merge them all. What's the easiest way to merge them?
The easiest way to merge your contacts is on the iPhone or the iPad. You can do it on the Mac, but the iPhone and the iPad it's a much better experience. So I'll go to my iPhone here, and we're going to go to contacts. I think I have some duplicates in here. Now I am using iOS 17 on here, but it doesn't. They introduced a really nice duplicate search as of last year. So iOS 16, they did a nice job with it. So here are all of, and you're going to say I do have some duplicates in here. Beth is in there. So what you need to do is go over to your lists at the top, and you can see all of your lists here. And where is?
I just have two. It says all iCloud are on the card.
Okay. Oh, iCloud. Where am I? Oh, there it is. You're going to see that I have duplicates. I found some duplicates there. And essentially, when I tap on this, it actually shows me the duplicates here. And if I tap on the name, I can actually see what the duplicates are, what different information is in there, and then I can decide if I want to merge them together or anything like that. That's why on the Mac, it's pretty much a one for all, just like here, merge them all. Where the
It's not showing on my phone the duplicates.
all right, how about at the very bottom? If you swipe up, you're going to see at the very bottom it says one duplicate found. Do you have that?
Hold on here.
Nope.
Does it matter if I'm in the card or in the what
List?
Let's see here.
Should I go
Nope.
to iCloud?
Yeah, I'd say go to iCloud. See if it's there. That's where I'm at.
Okay, and then go to the bottom. Oh crap, that's
A lot of them.
Oh, okay, I got the duplicate.
There you
Okay,
go.
at the bottom.
Yep,
It's
and
on
just
bottom. Okay.
follow there. It's and
Okay.
you'll be able to
I
see
didn't
which
know where
ones.
to find the duplicates, so
Yep.
that's thanks.
Mhm.
Appreciated Howard when he talked about the photos, the same thing that you went to that. I thought,
Yeah.
okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Dan, I have a question about email.
Yeah.
Is there a way to make the sidebar, that shows the folders that are available for email, or the accounts, I guess, the same on all of your devices without just physically doing it? Each device has a list of folders, but it's not the same between my Mac Air and my iMac.
Like in mail or
Yes, in email.
an email.
Or
All right.
mail. Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Other
they
than
are-
physically doing it
Yep.
myself.
Yeah, it does not sync what is on the side here. So, yeah, nope, unfortunately not.
Okay. Where that bugs me, I guess, is if I have a message that comes in from somebody and I save it into, say, a travel folder, then I go to the iMac and look in a travel folder there, and that same email isn't already there. It's still in the list, of course, but it's not in a side folder.
Oh, it should. Oh, yeah, it's in the travel folder, but just not in the travel folder isn't in your sidebar there, right?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So what? Yeah, nope, it doesn't do that. And people have heard me talk about this before. I just had to talk about this with a friend of mine that I used to work with Apple today. We were just talking, and we've talked about SetApp. How many people here subscribe to SetApp? Oh, not too many.
SAID?
SETTAPP. Okay. All right. It's a subscription service, and they have I dare say hundreds of apps that you can get for like $10 a month. And they just added my favorite mail program. As some of you know, I don't use the mail app on the Mac. I mean, it's nice, but there are better ones out there. And the one that I use is Spark, and Spark Mail is now available on the in the SetApp, so it's just included in there. It is a paid app, but it's just a really, really nice app. Has some quirks, but it works well for the most part. So I'm going to see what I got here, so you can kind of see. And I do plan on creating. I created some dummy email addresses, so I can kind of. I want to create some videos on this, just because it does work out really well. First of all, they got templates, and they use AI. I'm not going to do that, but you're going to see that it groups all of the notifications together. It groups all of your newsletters together. So if Chris were to email me, it would show up outside of this. So most of the mail that we get on a daily basis is either newsletters or notifications. Notifications being Google Accounts team, Spark, just not selling or anything like that. So it puts all those together. So if I open up notifications, there's all my notifications. And when I open up newsletters, here's all my newsletters. And then Chris's would be outside of here, or if Dale were to email me, it'd be outside of here. So all of your personal emails are right there, not mixed in with everything else. And I really like that. But even more so in Dale's thing here. Let's see here if I got to show the sidebar. This is where it gets a little quirky. There it is. The sidebar here, they have this on the Mac, iPad, and iPhone, and on the Apple Watch. This sidebar here does sync across all your different devices. So if I were to add my travel folder here, it'd show up on my iPad and everything else as well. So I personally think it's a really, really nice app, but it is a paid app. You do have to pay for it, and I'll have more on that later. But it's one that I've been using for several years, and I have no regrets. But So you'd have to go to something like
I did
that, Dal.
I did download it and look at it one time, and there were a couple of things, I can't remember what they were now, that I didn't particularly like about it. But if it syncs that sidebar.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is it it keeps everything. You can still use the Mail app as well.
Yes.
And with this, I'll agree with you. So I was using Spark 2, which is a native Mac app, and it was free, and it worked great. This Spark 3, this is the Spark 3, which is now a paid app. I think it's like $50 a year. They are using, it's an Electron app. And if anybody knows what Electron is basically what they did is they made this cross-platform. So this works on Windows, it works on Mac. They can't put it in the App Store because the App Store doesn't allow Electron apps. And Electron apps are a little quirky. So I didn't like that. So I immediately got on my soapbox and I'm like, I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm going to go back to the Mail app. And then I'm like, oh man, I get so, I love how this works here. As few it uses AI and it just does a really nice job. When I want to respond to someone, I can just say, respond saying this, and it looks at everything. Or I have someone that emails me a big, long email. We all have those, right? Summarize this. And it puts it into nice bullet size, kind of things. So I went back to Spark Mail 3. Nope, can't do it. Just like what Dal was saying, went back to Mail. About a month later, I'm like, all right, I gotta embrace this. Went back to Spark 3, did it for a couple of weeks. Nope, can't do it. And then the third or fourth time, I'm like, I just got to stick with it. And that was about a year ago, and now I start. It took me a while, because it's different. It's different. But saying that, it's just a wonderful, wonderful app once you learn all the quirks about it and all that, and it does things. It keeps your mail far more organized than what the Mail app does. And I go into the Mail app, I got a mess here. I go into Spark. Now, granted, I don't have all of the same accounts in here, but it's not so much a mess. Because in Mail, this will be a notification. This would be a newsletter, notification, newsletter. Keep going. All of these would be buried in these two folders. And what I can do is just sit there and just, when I'm ready to just get rid of these, all I have to do is just go, yep, delete. Okay, I'm done. And, oops, I got one more in there. Delete. And now I have no more, from there. So it does work nice, but it's an adjustment. I'll go with that. But it's funny, like saying, I was talking with my friend who uses it and he's like, yeah, I use Spark Mail. I'm like, oh, yeah, really? He's like, yeah. I mean, it has its quirks, but it's much better than Mail app. He used to use Outlook, and Outlook, he got out of that, and now he's using Spark. So, all right, that's my thing on Spark. Any other?
That's called change.
What's that?
That's called change.
Yes, it's called change, exactly.
And we don't like to change. We get so much into a rut, it's hard to change.
And even me, I mean, I embrace change. I'm like, oh, let me see what this thing, and it took me 3 or 4 times before I actually switched to it. But like I say, once I did, it was fine. I'm going to log into my regular account here, and I got to first make sure I'm not showing any email addresses here that I don't want to show. And you're going to see my real email here. And yeah, let's see here. Let's go like that. So, all right, I'm kind of hiding the email addresses here so you don't see it, but you'll get the idea. Let's see here. I'll show you my screen here shortly. 214 emails, right? But if we look at my Spark Mail here, so here are my emails. I just have it hidden so you don't see the email addresses. But 214 emails. Remember how Chris was scrolling to get to the bottom of the contacts? There it is. There's my 214. And the reason is most of them are in, I'm going to hide this here so you can, and I'm going to go into my newsletters. You can see my newsletters. I don't care about these. There's all my newsletters.
And you can only do that with Spark?
You can only do that with Spark. So what I'm able to do is just go through here and be like, yep, delete, 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 delete.
Is there a way
Delete.
to?
And I don't have to
highlight-
worry, sorry, and I don't have to worry about deleting something from Chris or from Dale or from Steve or anything like that, because these are all newsletters. So, yeah. What was the question?
You know how in Messenger you can hit a empty box on the top and it puts a check in every single one?
Yeah, there's,
And it deletes all of them, but how do you do that in email?
with email, if you have your list here, you just use the shift key for that. So if I click on this first one and then I go down here to this one and hit the shift key, now I just selected all those. And then I can delete them and it'll go.
Okay, you're so smart. Shit.
I'll show you the AI thing here. So because this is really cool too. Let's see here into it. All right. So what is QuickBooks saying here? I don't know. So you go up to here to AI, and I want a short generate summary. It's going to generate just a short. The September 23 firm future includes updates on QuickBooks Online, tips, offering client advisor services, a success story, thought leadership articles. Just nice summary. Well, you know what? I want to have a little bit more of a summary. I want to have a little more detail with it. It's kind of like reader view.
Dave, does AI work with political speeches where we can just hit?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'll give you all the gobbledygook.
Yeah. And there's a little more detail, and even goes as far as, now this won't have any action points, probably, but like I say, if someone were to email me and then they, say, I need this, and this, what I'd be able to do is, just get a summary, and there's the action. Well, it does have the bullet points. And I want to respond to this, right? So I go over here to reply, and generate a reply. I'm going to use AI. I don't want this. Thanks for sharing, but I don't want to receive these newsletters. Please remove me from your mailing list. And it generated that. Or, these are with newsletters, but it just nice little things, that you can do. I'm going to delete that.
There's no AI in Apple Mail.
Nope.
Okay, that's why. But this is a thing that's part
Spark.
of Spark.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I really like it, and like I say, it was on my mind because my friend Matt and I were just talking about it. But here's all those mailboxes that we. And the nice thing about this also, what I'm turning into an advertiser for Spark, but
Yes, you are.
the other nice thing about it is, so Apple introduced this last year. They introduced Snooze in their mail. So if you're not familiar with that, what you can do, I'll open up my mail app here. What you can do is snooze mail. And the idea behind snooze is you don't want to deal with it right now. I'm going to deal with this tomorrow. I'm going to deal with this next week. So what you can do is tell the mail app, if it opens up here, you can tell the mail app, I don't really want to open that one up anyway because I'm on my real account here. That was Spark. Oops. Let me make sure it's going to hide it. And okay, I'm going to go back to my newsletters and then I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Dan, is junk mail newsletters?
Nope,
I'm
junk mail is
at 100 a
completely
day.
separate.
Oh, too bad.
Well, this isn't junk, so when I look at this here, this is not junk. You know, these are newsletters and all that. Junk is, you know, unsolicited, you know, that kind of thing. So, essentially, what I can do is I don't want to, you know, here's this credit journey. You know, apparently something was found on the dark web, and Chase is letting me know. So I don't want to deal with this right now. So what I'd like to do is snooze this. Well, in the Mail app on the Mac, you can snooze it, but what it does is it still keeps it in the inbox. And as you get more mail, it'll just push it down, right? That's, oops, you're not looking. Yeah, you are. So it just pushes this down. And then if I snooze it till tomorrow, what it'll do tomorrow is it'll put it right back up to the top, which is great because it puts it back up top of mind. But the problem with it in my mind is if I snooze it, I don't even want it in my inbox. I don't want to see this. I don't want to deal with it until tomorrow. So when I snooze this using Spark, I hit the S key. I'm going to snooze it until tomorrow. Watch what happens. It disappears. Now tomorrow, that will reappear in my inbox. So the idea with this is it's very easy to get to what they call inbox zero. You want to have your inbox with 0 emails. They make it really easy to do that. So, you know, if you see 0 emails in your email box, it's kind of like refreshing in your, you know, mentally state. It's just, I don't have any emails. Yay, you know, kind of thing. So when you snooze something, I want to do next. Now I'm going to deal with this one on the weekend. Now it'll show up this weekend. This one I'm going to delete. Well, yeah, let's see what my, so I'm going to look at this tomorrow evening. And that's all I have to do. And then eventually this list here will be down to nothing, and then those will reappear at a later time, you know. So they took what Apple implemented. Actually, they were before Apple. Apple added it, but Apple didn't add it as fully as what I think they could have, you know, kind of thing. So I really like that. And the other, so if I wanted to see my snooze, here's the snoozed. So I can just click on that and I can see all the emails that I snoozed. And there was something else I was going to mention about it, but I don't remember what it is. If I wanted to move it to a folder, just go move to, select, and I type in the name of the folder. So it's all keyboard friendly, you know, if you're a typist. Just nice. It's nice. But it's change, as Chris said. So, yes. Switch back over to my account so I don't show any, like say, that's my
Linda's life
personal
not
account.
change.
True. All right, back in my account. So. Any other questions? Steve?
Yo
Yo. How you doing?
ho. Aaron's doing just fine. I was looking in the App Store for the link to the Spark, just so that everybody knows they have a classic version of the app that has no AI available, and then they have the one Dan was just showing. So you do get a choice in the App Store when you search for Spark.
Well, the Spark is not in the Mac App Store, is it?
Yes.
Let's see here. Something
where I bought it both.
changed? Well, wouldn't. Okay, classic. So that is. Wow. So Apple is allowing Electron apps. This is nice. Okay,
Is
I
that
did
the
not know
free
that.
one? Is that
So
the
the free
Steve?
one here is Spark Classic. That is free, and it has a lot of the same features. It doesn't have the AI as Steve said, so you could try this out. And it is a native app written for the Mac, which is a much nicer experience. That's probably my biggest gripe, is the Spark 3 is written for cross-platform, so they have to compromise in a couple of different ways. But yeah, you can get this for free, and it's if you look here, 38,000 ratings, and it is just people for the most part think it's a really good app, and it's available on the iPad and the iPhone as well. So, and as I've always said, the nice thing is you can try this, and if you don't, you can still use your regular mail app as well. You can use them side by side, so you don't have to use one or the other, which is nice. So you can ease yourself into it.
Like Wisconsin cheese.
Like Wisconsin cheese, yes. Mm-hmm.
The reason I asked you if you heard anything over the mic was that for everybody else, I DM'd Dan and asked him, "Did you hear that?" Because shortly after I entered the room, I had checked an email from one of my TV services, and they just jacked up the price, and I spit it out a couple of bad words out loud when I saw it. My brain filter wasn't as fast as my emotions, so I'm glad my microphone was muted.
We did not hear it, Steve.
Okay, good.
Here I created some lessons. So if you want to try SparkMail 2, if you go to my site and you go to tutorials here, there is SparkMail 2 lessons, and I have a number of different lessons here. That's a class on it, so I did a class on it, and maybe I should do a class on the Spark 3. But you can see I have a number of different lessons on it, so you can watch those, and those are all on my site. So if you want to learn more about it, download it and try it out. The first one I would recommend is why I like to use Spark 2 Mail as my default app. It explains it, for the most part, and Spark 3 just adds on top of that. So. Mm-hmm. One thing that it doesn't have, and Steve helped me out with this. So what Spark 2 has is a neat little feature that's called Quick Reply. And essentially, let's say Chris emails me and she says, "Thanks for blah, blah, blah." And all I have to do is just hit a button, and I put a little smiley face, and it'll do a quick reply with a little smiley face, or a thumbs up, or whatever. So those are Spark's quick replies. And I use those all the time. Well, Spark 3 doesn't have that. They're adding it, but it doesn't have it. So my new trick that I use, thanks to Steve, is the keyboard shortcut, Steve. I created a bunch of, whoops, wrong one. I need to go into my settings app. And I think it's under keyboard. Text replacement.
Correct.
Steve did a little thing on this. And I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. So now what I do is I just have the SM. All I have to do is type SM, and it puts this little emoji there. I type in TU for thank you, puts a little thumbs up. Those are the quick replies at Spark. I got the idea from Spark, and Steve helped Spark implement how to do it without using Spark. So this actually works really, really well. So if I want to wink at someone, I use WK. And the way that you set that up, it's really simple. I want to replace, so let's go with a frown, FN for a frown, with, and then I just get my emoji, and I'll say the frown. So now when I type in space FN space, it's going to put a frown there. And that's all there is to it. Oops, it looks like I have it in there twice. Oh, no, it's not. So the beauty of this is, the problem that I had with Spark is I loved it, but it only worked in Spark because it was a Spark feature. Well, now it's a Mac OS feature, iPad OS feature, iOS feature. This syncs across all your different devices. So now I can go to my messages here, and I can just go SM here, space, and it puts a little smile. And now I just smiled at Beth. Or I could be typing something, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. There's a little thumbs up there. And it works. So I want to give kudos to Steve on that, because Steve, I use this countless times a day. It just keeps things a little bit lighthearted. So if I go to my iPad here and I go FN, there's my frown. And that's all done with text replacements. Again, go into your settings app, and you can do this on the Mac, iPad, and iPhone. Go into your settings app, system settings. Go to your keyboard. Whoops, I'm on the iPad here. So I go to system settings. I go to keyboard, which is not in the same spot as the Mac, of course. Text replacement. And there it is. Pretty simple. Just tap on the plus. What is the phrase? Again, they reversed it. Let's not keep things consistent, Apple, okay? So what is the phrase, and then what is the shortcut? So and then you can just use that little trick there to put little emojis in there when you need them. So.
And that's a place you can go to if you forget what you did, so you could see them.
Yeah, you can just go to the keyboard shortcut. So here they all are. And I've also used it for I'm a horrible typist. So here, LEIK. Sometimes I flip the E and the I around. Well, what it'll do is it'll replace it with the correct spelling. So you can use it for words that you commonly mistype as well. So yeah. Or with this one here, on my way, I can type in OMW, and then it'll go on my way. Type out on my way. And the key to it is you have to go space, then whatever the shortcut is, and then another space. And then that says, oh, you want to replace this with, and obviously you want to use phrases that you don't normally use, like I think I had Facebook in there. I had FB, and FB was doing something, I don't know what, but you want to make them a little different, but that's a nice little trick. So kudos to Steve on that one.
Yeah, my FB turns into the icon of a football.
Oh, yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. So
I find the text replacement especially helpful on a Mac, because that emoji window is a pain in the neck to bring up separately, whereas on the iPhone or iPad, it's built right into the messages window.
Right.
And so it's
there it is.
Good there. And then, of course, you can put much longer text in for a shortcut, like full email.
Yeah.
House mail addresses or whatever, and save yourself tons of typing.
I think when I was originally using it for stuff like that, signatures, I could type in DW for Dan Wassink and, your standard stuff, but I didn't really put two and two together to use it for stuff like this. And it's just like, oh, and yeah, it works really well. All right. Any other questions? Well,
in the chat was a couple of links I put in there.
Yeah, Apple's security update. Thank you, Steve. And so do a software update. And there's an Apple Cash service outage today, so you won't be able to get your money. Next week, I don't have anything on the calendar, but I'll put something up tonight, and it'll probably be a little bit more like this, and we'll just talk about what Apple's event, and just kind of go over what they released, and then the following week I'll go back to another AMA, and this time I will include the field so we can get questions in there ahead of time. But instead of this old school. But sometimes it's kind of fun to do it old school. See if I still got it. So.
Well, thanks for explaining that, because I went into it once. I thought today, this morning, I was short for time. I thought, where's that message thing? So then I went back and I said, well, forget it.
Yep. So, all right, I'm going to stop recording. The recording of this will be on my site tomorrow. Thanks everyone, and we'll
I got
see
a
everyone
question.
next week.
I haven't seen you. This has been the first time I've been here in a while. Are you still working at the school, or are you no longer involved with the school now?
No, I finished recording here.